Hey everyone, this is Joe and should I keep Brobuscus? My earbuds just fell. Okay, that's awesome. Welcome back to another Let's Watch a Death Battle. Today's episode is Jotaro versus Kenshiro. This is North Star versus JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Not exactly in that order. Just a quick little side note. This is the first video I am recording since the hiatus. I've already recorded the update video, so I might as well just go ahead and edit that. So screw this reaction video. No, I'm just kidding. I'll work on that after I'm done recording this. So, Jotaro vs. Kenshiro. I don't care about either character, and I don't care about either series. Kenshiro should win. I don't know if he's going to. It's more likely that he's going to because of everything that's just been happening. That being said, they've never started a season with 3 in a row, right? Season 1, they had 2 in a row, but then Rogue vs. Wonder Woman happened. Season 2 had 1, and then Khan vs. Bison happened. Although I like Shao Kahn more, so it's fine with me. Same with Ryu vs. Strider. I've heard it's wrong, but I like Strider more. And I don't know if it's actually wrong or not. So for all I know, it could be. I don't freaking know. And then Season 3, it had Dante vs. Bayonetta and Bowser vs. Ganondorf, but then it got Ratchet and Clank vs. Jack and Daxter, right? And then Season 4 had Lara vs. Drake, but then Scrooge vs. Shovel Knight was wrong. But then Venom vs. Bane turned that around. So, for all I know, they could get this right, or they could get this wrong. I don't freaking know. But just the way things are flowing around with this episode, it's kind of pointing to Kenshiro winning. Really, the only thing that's gonna get in the way is the unlikelihood of 3 in a row. But at the same time, anything's possible. I'm only gonna watch because I want to watch the animation. I'm gonna watch the whole video this time. Last time I tried to record my whole reaction, but my camera was being stupid, and I couldn't figure out a way to stop it from being stupid. And I just ended up watching just the fight. I watched the analysis off screen, but still. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to do that this time. This time it's gonna be just it's gonna be the whole fight this time. Hopefully. Okay, so long story short, I'm not excited for the episode as a whole. I want to see the fight. Kenshiro should win. I don't know if he's going to. And I don't care about either. I don't care about Jotaro, I don't care about Kenshiro, I don't care about JoJo, and I don't care about Fist of the North Star. So this matchup, while I like it more than Jotaro versus you from Persona, I like it more than that, but at the same time, not very appealing to me. It's a matchup I was asking for, but at the same time, I don't care about anything involving this matchup. So, it's animated by Zach. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I saw the preview on the Death Battle cast. The hand-drawn stuff kills it for me. Like, I don't like the hand-drawn stuff at all. So hopefully compared to the beginning of the fight, there isn't as many in the rest of the fight. And I'm not rooting for anyone. So technically speaking, I win regardless. So, again, that's kind of cheating, but at the same time, I can't really pick. I don't care. So yeah, let's get started.
We've covered a lot of macho heroes here on Death Battle,
Hey,
but
Balrog.
these two are as manly and stoic
And
as
there's
they come.
Thor.
It's all in those sweet-ass
Bane.
jackets. I mean, I guess they're pretty badass, too.
Jotaro Kujo, the delinquent-turned-hero from
Oh, and He-Man
JoJo's
before,
Bizarre
yeah.
Adventure.
And Kenshiro, the wandering fist of the North Star. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to
JoJo's
analyze
art
their
style
weapons,
bugs me
armor,
so
and
much, I
skills
don't know
to find
why.
out who would win a death battle. As a teenager, Jotaro Kujo was a fairly infamous troublemaker.
But you can just call him JoJo like his friends do. Get it? Jotaro Kujo.
How bizarre.
Well, being a high school hoodlum isn't usually a good idea. It worked out great for him, because he toughed up a lot.
At the age of 17, Jotaro was arrested
The third
for brutally
JoJo.
pummeling
Yeah, it
four
was
known
Jonathan,
gang
and then it was
members who were
Joseph,
armed with
right?
knives and
And then it was
nunchucks
him?
of all things, with apparently his bare fists. But Jotaro had a bigger problem. He didn't know how he did it.
He knew he was tough, but not that tough. So he came to the only conclusion that makes sense. He was possessed by an evil spirit! Oh.
Just like my pet rat.
Yeah, wait, is that why he's been scratching pentagrams all over his cage?
You'll find out. But then Jotaro did something absolutely crazy. To prove his theory, he swiped a police officer's gun, pointed it straight at his head, and fired.
And that's how he died. Just kidding, a third arm popped out of his body to stop the bullet, of course.
This strange being attached to Jotaro wasn't an evil spirit at all. It's an entity physically generated by Jotaro himself and inherited through his bloodline.
Yeah, lots of the JoJo family has them, including his granddad, Joseph.
These beings are called stands, literally because they stand by you.
I mean, I guess it's not wrong.
Is that really why they're called
Stands
that?
are powered by their user's life force. And turns out Jotaro's life force is supercharged because he's got one of the strongest stands of all, Star Platinum.
Star Platinum has superhuman strength, speed, precision, and vision. He can even phase through bodies and affect a person's inner organs. Plus, while Star Platinum can take a solid hit, most stands can only be damaged by other stands or stand users.
Here we go.
So he's basically invincible unless he's fighting another stand?
Exactly. In fact, unless you have a stand of your own, you wouldn't even be able to see Star Platinum.
Oh great, so he's invincible and invisible.
And when you combine all that with Jotaro's fighting skills and exceptional cleverness, they make a magnificent team.
That's good, because Jotaro soon found out his family's old vampire nemesis was out to get him.
Dio. Is that Johnny on
Dio!
With Star Platinum at his side, Jotaro didn't just stand up to Dio, he copied Dio's greatest ability, the Time Stop.
With this new power, Star Platinum can freeze time everywhere for 5 seconds. He can do it multiple times, though it does need a sort of recharge between uses. Kinda like an ability cooldown in a video game, or me in the bedroom, ladies. But still, he can friggin' stop time!
In Jotaro's case, he may be human, but he's strong enough to smash through stone and leap several stories. On the other hand, Star Platinum is said to be faster than light.
Sure. Technically he can because he can stop time or whatever, but he can't really move that fast normally, right?
Well, maybe. Star Platinum has matched his speed with another stand called Silver Chariot.
Ah, okay.
Silver Chariot previously defeated a different stand called Hanged Man.
Long story short, Hangman moves between reflections at light speed, and Silver Chariot caught him in mid-movement.
Granted, Silver Chariot had to use an elaborate plan to force Hangman into moving in a predictable direction. If Silver Chariot was truly faster than light, he wouldn't have needed to resort to such a plan. But the fact he caught Hanged Man at all is proof enough that he's at least close to light speed.
So that means Star Platinum is close to light speed too, and he's got the super strength to back up his super speed. He can lift a steamroller that's around 60 tons. He broke the top of this building off and threw it like a javelin. And then there's the time that he broke a giant monster lady's teeth that were harder than diamonds.
The definition
okay,
of
here we go.
hardness refers to an object's protection from scratches, but we could also compare this to pressure resistance, or the possibility of fracture through a diamond's cleavage. Not that kind of cleavage. The toughest
gonna pretend I
diamonds
didn't
break
see
around
that.
600 gigapascals. This means Star Platinum can clearly strike with a force equivalent to 3 million tons.
Turns out diamonds aren't forever.
Where did
when
all
Star
that come
Platinum's
from?
around. What can't this guy do? Sounds like nobody could beat him.
Maybe not, but unlike stands, Jotaro isn't invincible or invisible. And whenever Jotaro is hurt, Star Platinum feels the same pain. In fact, when a stand user dies, so does their stand. And vice versa.
Yeah, I was about to
Sure,
say.
but with a guy like Star Platinum having his back, I don't think Jotaro has a whole lot to worry about. These two are one kick-ass duo. And stylish.
Your receipt. You can keep the freaking change.
Matthew Mercer is the voice of the English Jotaro.
It's the last decade of the
Freaking
20th
awesome.
century, and the world has been ruined. In this apocalyptic age, the strong survive and the weak kneel. Only
Ow.
one man challenges this new society, and fortunately, he has the literal power to do it.
Kenshiro, Fist of the North Star.
Like most important protagonists, Kenshiro began his journey to greatness as a young orphan.
Lucky for him, he eventually met Old Man Ryukin, who was a pretty cool dude. Ended up adopting Kenshiro along with a few other kids.
He was also the 63rd Denshosha,
Don't shoot what? It's on safety.
a grandmaster of an ancient Chinese martial art called Hokuto Shinken. While anyone can learn the basics of this dangerous fighting style, there can only ever be one grandmaster for each generation.
So that's what Kenshiro set out to be. And with patience, training, and plenty of muscle building, he was named the next successor of Hakuna Matashin. Too bad his adopted
Hokuto
brother
Shinken.
got pissed he wasn't chosen and killed Ryukin over it. Talk about a sore loser.
With Hokuto Shinken mastered, Kenshiro can focus his energy into his strikes, effectively killing an opponent with a single blow to their pressure points. There are 708 malleable pressure points in the human body, and striking any of them can cause all sorts of effects. Stunning, blinding, healing, restoring memories, making people walk backward.
But mostly, they just make people explode. Anyway,
Yeah.
things started looking pretty great for Kenny. He even got engaged. But then
Good for
nuclear
him.
war broke out and turned the Earth into Mad Max land. Kenshiro's fiancée got kidnapped, and this guy used his knife fingers to draw a nifty Big Dipper on Kenshiro's chest. Seriously, how is he not dead after that?
Miraculously, Kenshiro survived and began his wayward journey, wandering the wasteland searching for revenge.
And if we go by how many people he
Understandably.
blew up, I'd say he got plenty of it.
He really does leave a big mess behind. I can't even imagine what it must be like to clean up after one of his fights.
Kenshiro had no problem killing hordes of baddies with moves like his bone-crushing fist, spilling wheel-exploding fist, and 100 crack fist. Huh, seeing him kill all these people from the inside out reminds me a lot of my ex-wife.
How?
Emotionally, Wiz. Most of the time, his body explosions don't even happen right away, giving him plenty of time to explain to his foes how they're about to die, right before they explode.
You think you can beat me with a finger?
That finger struck the hidden vital point known as Gakuchu. There's no use fighting now. You're already dead.
Okay, wow.
But Hakuna Matata isn't just for blowing up people.
Sure, Kenshiro has developed a number of legendary techniques, such as the Tenryu Kokyuho.
AKA the art of dragon's breathing. According to Kenshiro, this unlocks the full potential of his natural abilities, where a normal fighter would only use about 30%.
He can utilize Toki, or his own natural ki, to perform numerous techniques. Most of these involve punching, of course, but he can also create mirage images of himself,
Muso
sense
Tensei.
other fighting auras, and fire ki-based projectiles to attack or defend from a distance.
Oh, and he can perform miracles, like making a mute girl speak. How the heck?
But even that pales in comparison to Hokuto Shinken's ultimate technique, one which no previous Grandmaster ever unlocked, Muso Tensei. Only those who truly understand pain and loss can apply Muso Tensei. With it, Kenshiro draws upon his inner sadness to enter a state of nothingness. From here, he is impervious to attacks, essentially achieving intangibility.
He also somehow connects to the souls of dead allies and rivals, and can even use their techniques. But it's not like he needs them. He's already crazy enough on his own. He smashed the bones of a giant with a single hand, broke a metal table just by standing up, and hit a tank so hard
How did that
it
happen?
blew up.
He's even strong enough to break a skyscraper in half.
And then when it collapsed on top of him, he just walked through it. What a boss.
What is this guy?
One floor of an average-sized skyscraper can weigh over 1,000 tons.
Yeah.
You think that's tough? Kenshiro can stand in lava. Lava! You know how hot lava is?
Up to 2,000.
Yeah, really freaking hot, that's what. And remember that tank? Before he blew it up, it shot him square on. It did absolutely nothing to him.
I didn't research
Seriously,
this much,
guy
so-
is manly as hell.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, these guys are so stylish, you know they're rocking MeUndies.
Alright, son. Desert. Dead squirrel. Foot. Sorry. Really hate these close-ups.
Oh no!
Why are the sprites so blurry?
誰だおめえは
Like whenever they're not close, whenever they're not zoomed in,
やるっていうの
they're
な
very
ら
blurry. I don't know why that's the case.
場所を選ぶ。そこが貴様の死に場所だ。
やっぱりお前は態度がでかいな
Not even the 1 minute melee or DBX did that. Like when Jotaro had his DBX, but Kenshiro's was in 3D. Ow. Alright, come on. Kenshiro should win this one. So weird. But obviously that was gonna happen. Okay. This music's nice. I really wish Kenshiro would actually like put up more of a fight, because Jotaro and Star Platinum don't seem to be troubled much at all. Here we go again. No. No.
時を止めた
Oh? Oh, it was a Tensei
お前
clone.
はもう死んでいる。
Oh man, I missed that. Oh, you're dead. Oh man, I totally missed that.
Cut it a bit! KO!
やれやれ
Whoa, wait, what just happened?
Well,
Okay,
all
I like that
Kenshiro needed to do
ending.
to win was just get one hit in. But this matchup was far closer than that makes it seem.
Of course it was. Kenshiro spent the whole time fighting Star Platinum, who he couldn't even see. Lucky
I assumed
for
it was
him,
intentional,
once he
but I
figured
didn't
that
even
out,
think
his
that he
ability
did.
to sense other
I thought he didn't
auras
get
helped
him.
keep track of SP. But no matter what he did, Kenshiro isn't a stand user, so he couldn't actually hurt Star Platinum.
Then
Oh,
again,
that's-
Star
there we
Platinum's
go.
own strength wasn't quite enough to hurt Kenshiro much either. One of
Yeah.
Star Platinum's greatest strength feats involves breaking and throwing a small section of a building. In
Mm-hmm.
comparison, Kenshiro broke an entire building, let it fall on him, and acted like it wasn't even there.
Also,
Right.
while Jotaro may be skilled in deducing his enemy's weaknesses and strategies in mid-fight, Kenshiro's skills, durability, and straightforward approach meant there really wasn't anything for him to pick apart here.
Kenshiro did have trouble with Jotaro's time stopping and Star Platinum's speed. However, with his awesome durability plus additional intangibility when using Muso Tensei, Kenshiro survived the time stops. And the time stops cooldowns between uses gave Kenshiro enough time to work around them.
The time stop has been worked around by foes in Jotaro's past before, and as far as speed was concerned, Kenshiro may not have been faster than Star, but a mix of Muso Tensei and Mirage clones were more than enough to get by. And let's be real, Jotaro never stood a chance against Kenshiro by himself.
In the
No.
end, both combatants had plenty of advantages, but Kenshiro's techniques and overwhelming power ended this fight.
JoJo didn't stand a chance.
The winner is Kenshiro.
Boo.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this death battle. If you want to see exclusive commentary, click that link right over there.
And if you guys want to pick up the fight track for this episode, link in the description.
This is Torian's, right? No! No. There's no way. It's actually happening? I mean, I knew, but at the same time, I didn't think it'd be that. Oh, dude. Crash versus Spyro. my childhood matchup. Uh, I had no idea. I did not think that would actually... Like, I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't think it would be this soon. That's so cool. Oh, my dream come true. You know what? Screw Jotaro versus Kenshiro. Let's talk about the next one. Freaking... Oh my gosh. I'm... that makes me so happy. Okay. Calm down. I'm sorry. It's just... That is the matchup. Like, when I got into Versus as a whole, like when I first got into the concept, that's the matchup I was looking into. They're both they're both parts of my childhood. They're both some of my favorite video game characters ever. And I simply grew up playing their games. So the fact that it's actually now happening makes me super, super happy. Super, super happy. Super, super happy. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna calm down. Let's talk about this fight. It was okay. It's another okay episode. I do like the overall animation. I thought it was pretty decent overall. The close-ups are still really, really bad. Music's pretty good. I like the music quite a bit, actually. I'm shaking. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, Kenshiro won. That's awesome. I mean, like I said, I don't really prefer one over the other because I don't really care about either character or franchise. But they got it right. So, I mean, and that's 3 in a row. I'm proud of them. This has never happened before. Heck, I mean, Raven won the last one, so that made it 2 in a row since season. That would have been the first. That made it the first time they got 2 right in a row since season 1, and now they got 3 in a row. So maybe they'll get 4 in a row now. Who knows? Okay. I do appreciate the sort of like unexpected. Oh, he actually touched him. I appreciate that when he did it before. I didn't think. I thought Jotaro avoided it. Thinking back now, I don't know what made me think that. Like he was pushed. I thought he avoided it, but it looked like he was just pushed back. But then Kenshiro was about to die, but then it was a Musa Tensei clone, and then he didn't die, and then Jotaro exploded. Oh man. Okay. So, yeah, there's not a lot to say for this one. It's good, but there's nothing really. It's not really anything special to me. Like, these two have so much you could do. Like, they use a lot more of their abilities than I thought they would. I thought it was going to be mostly just a punch fest, and it kind of was on Jotaro's side because that's really all he's got aside from the time stop. Yeah, I don't know. That's and Kenshiro used his he used Musa Tensei. He used this ability he has. I forget what it's called, where he can sense aura. And aura is, fighting spirit, and fighting spirit is what a stand is. Yada yada yada. Yeah, I get that. He used lasers that, Star Platinum no-celled easier than Superman did in Superman vs. Goku 2. I don't know. Jotaro didn't seem challenged much at all until the end, and even then, the only really challenge he accepted is that, oh, by the way, I'm about to die. they only clashed fists like once. Like the whole reason this fight exists is because of their like rapid punches. Like obviously that had to happen with a matchup like with this matchup, that had to happen. And even Ben said on the last cast, he was like, "Yeah, the whole like most of the reason why this fight is happening is because of that." And Sam was like, "Yeah, they thought it'd be pretty funny." And then they just did it, and then they realized, hey, it's actually a pretty good matchup. I don't know my JoJo, so I can't really say whether or not I think it's a good matchup, my JoJo or my Fist of the North Star. So I don't know. Comparing it to the rest of season 5, I'd say it's better than Raven versus Twilight, but I don't know if I would say it's better than Black Panther vs. Batman, despite how much faster it was. I don't know if I would say. I'll have to watch them back to back. Like I'll rewatch Jotaro vs. Kenshiro, and then I'll watch Black Panther vs. Batman, which kind of leads me into that reminds me of another complaint I have. The pre-fight analysis is so boring. Like they've been really dropping in that lately. Like Black Panther vs. Batman's was okay. It's not really memorable. It's not like Naruto versus Ichigo or Sephiroth versus Virgil, where it was there and it wasn't like great, but it wasn't. It was memorable. This one was not memorable, at all. Like neither was Batman versus Black Panthers, but I don't know. But this time it's just nothing really stuck out. Nothing really stood out to me. Like it was just analysis that was there. It wasn't really. I didn't really have much of a laugh during it. I had like there were some jokes that got like chuckles out of me, but at the same time it's like there's nothing really much there. It's just, hey, here's Jotaro, here's Kenshiro, fight time. That's what it felt like for me. So hopefully Crash vs. Spyro changes that. And now, since I have nothing else to talk about with Jotaro vs. Kenshiro, it was an okay fight. It's not very memorable, but it exists, and I acknowledge that it exists. Crash vs. Spyro. Okay. So this is Torian's big matchup from what I'm hearing. This is the apparently I've been looking around Torian's Twitter like here and there. I don't know if he ever said anything about this being something he has worked on since he finished Sephiroth versus Virgil. I think during that time he was finishing his DBX. So maybe it's finished now. Or maybe it's not, and he just took a break from it just to work on this. He's had a delay in 3 fights to work on both this and Sun vs. Kin. Which, by the way, that's, spoiler alert, that's his DBX, Sun Wukong from Ruby versus Kim Woo from Killer Instinct. So, okay, Crash or Spyro. Who do I want to win? Who do I think is going to win? And who should win? Okay, I do not want either of them to win. I want both. Actually, no. Scratch that. I want both of them to win. That's not happening. But I want it to happen. So technically, I both win and lose either way. I guess since this is kind of like Jotaro versus Kenshiro, but like the exact opposite. I do care about both of them this time. So I guess I win no matter what because a character I like I like them equally, so a character I like still wins. Unless it's a draw, in which case, well. But, so I'm not rooting for anyone this time again. So, I should. Okay, I promise you guys, next episode, whatever's after Crash vs. Spyro, the next episode, I'm going to pick somebody. I promise you, win or lose, I'm going to pick someone. If it's in a similar vein to either this or Jotaro vs. Kenshiro, I'm going to pick the character I think should win. Remember how I said my camera was going to be stupid? It just happened. So next episode, after Crash vs. Spyro, I'm going to pick someone. I'm not going to stay neutral. Again, win or lose, I'm going to pick somebody. So anyways, I'm not rooting for anyone this time. So no matter who wins, I win, and no matter who loses, I lose. That's that kind of thing. I'm going to be both happy and sad regardless, because I like both these characters too much. Okay, who should win? Depends on what they're going to do with Spyro, because every crash is the same crash. I'm going to explain more of this on the podcast. Every crash is the same crash. And there's like 3 different Spyros. There's the classic Spyro, there's Legend Spyro, and then there's Skylander Spyro. Classic and Skylanders lose. In fact, Classic loses badly. Legends stomps so hard. So it just depends on what they're going to do with that. Who's going to win? Probably Crash, because I do not see them including Legends or Skylanders. Maybe Skylanders. Maybe what they might do is they might composite Spyro, but at the same time, like, not include any of the top tier Legend of Spyro feats that would put him way above Crash. Like, they might do something like that. I could see them doing that. One of Death Battle's rules is that they'll include non-canon material so long as it doesn't contradict the main source material. Like, if a character has a weakness in the main canon that's the complete opposite in some other canon, they're gonna go by what's in the main canon. Or if, say, the main canon has all these feats and there was this non-canon material that has all these bigger feats. In this case, it would be the classic games and Legend of Spyro. The bigger feats wouldn't be accounted for, like Bane in in the Injustice comics held back Doomsday while Superman was being the tar out of Doomsday. Which there's no freaking way Bane would be able to do that, so they didn't account for it. I feel like that's going to be the same thing here. If they're fully compositing Spyro, everything included, then he stomps. Badly. So that's kind of the thing here. So if it's classic, Crash wins. If it's composite, then Spyro wins. If it's composite but toned down composite, then Crash wins. Like toned down by Death Battle's rule. Unless they just decide to say, you know what, screw it. Which, I don't know what they're gonna... I don't have any expectation for what they're gonna do, but I don't... As of now, I don't see them including Legends or Skylanders. Again, maybe Skylanders, because there's not a lot in there that contradicts... There's not a lot in Skylanders that something the classic version wouldn't be able to do. Unlike Legend. Legend, held planets together and then beat the tar out of the guys that split the planets apart in the first place. So we got a planet-level Spyro. Crash is city-level and, sub-relativistic, I think. I think it's some meteor stuff in Crash 2. Again, I'll go more in depth on the podcast. I'm gonna not shut up on the podcast, and I don't think the co-hosts are going to either. Especially David. Oh man, David's gonna be so stoked. I didn't even think about that. David's gonna be so excited. So I'm not gonna go into too much depth. If you want to know everything about this, podcast will be happening soon. And yeah, so that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you all in the next video. My childhood is gonna come to life just for one of them to die.